Conklin. Welcome to the YoYoFactory experience. Today we're going to be taking a look at the YoYoFactory Arrow Elite. The Arrow is perfect for your first yo-yo, and it also contains a secret that will allow you to explore seriously advanced yo-yo tricks. But first, let's check what to expect when you first get your Arrow beginner's kit. Okay, let's check out what's in the package. A YoYoFactory Arrow Elite. 10 official YoYoFactory replacement strings, multicolored of course. A nice sticker sheet, goes great on a water bottle. A YoYoFactory player card, Gentry Stein, icon. And some lube and response pads. We'll go over this in a little bit. All right, let's open this thing up. All right, in the box, you get one YoYoFactory Arrow Elite yo-yo, one replacement string, one high performance upgrade bearing, I lost the tricks and secrets guide, but it's right here, where it's always at, where you'll always find it, the tricks and secrets guide. The Arrow is made out of tough polycarbonate plastic. It takes a lot of abuse, so don't be afraid to walk the dog with this one. If you look at the side of the Arrow, you'll notice that there's a bowl and a divot here for your finger. This will allow you to perform the finger spin. The Arrow is also set up to perform the most famous tricks in yo-yoing. Walk the dog around the world, but the shape will give you an advantage when learning tricks like man on the flying trapeze and cold fusion. The Arrow also comes apart in case you do get a knot. You can open it right up. When you do, you'll notice that the Arrow has a metal hub and a metal bearing seat, which will allow your Arrow to last a long time. The Arrow also has white response pads, which last a long time but can be replaced if you feel the performance of your yo-yo starts to decline. You'll want to upgrade the performance of your Arrow. You can swap out the stock thin bearing for a high performance upgrade bearing. Now I'm going to show you how to put your string on your finger. Now, you'll notice the string you already have has a loop at the end. We won't be putting our finger through that loop today. Instead, we'll take a couple inches of the string down here. I've marked it with a black dot for the demonstration. Now, take your black dot and force it right through that loop we had, creating a slip knot. What a slip knot is, it's an adjustable loop that you can tighten onto your finger so it won't slide off. If your finger starts to get purple and sore, don't panic. Flip it over and hit the emergency release button, taking your finger right out of the string. If you try to wind up your yo-yo like this, you'll never get it wound up. That's because there's a ball bearing inside and there's not enough friction for it to keep winding. What you'll need to do to wind up your yo-yo every time, no matter what yo-yo it is, stick your finger out like this, wrap it around once, and then just keep wrapping. And that's how you wind up any yo-yo. Now it's time to learn how to throw the yo-yo. Accelerate the yo-yo down the string by throwing it backwards. Let the yo-yo spin. There's a bearing inside of it, so it'll spin for a while. Now turn your hand over and give an upwards tug on the string. The yo-yo will climb up the string and you'll need to catch it. Okay, now I'm going to show you what you'll need to do when your responsive yo-yo hesitates to come back to your hand. You'll need to add 1 drop of the YoYoFactory Loop Response Oil. Let me show you how to do that. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to put a string on your yo-yo. Yo-yo string is really special in the sense that it's one string that wraps all the way down and around your yo-yo and twists on itself. So what we'll need to do is take the yo-yo string here with your left hand, give it a little bit on the end, take it again with your right hand, and untwist the string. It'll unravel the tension a little bit and show the 2 separate parts. Use your finger and pull it apart, creating this little loop at the end. Open it up and you'll have plenty of room just to slide your yo-yo right through and let that tension form back to how it was, and you're ready to go. Now I'm going to show you how to change your bearing to upgrade your performance. So first, grab your yo-yo and separate the two halves. Unscrew it, and take this half and set it down. We'll use that later. Take your string, set it aside as well. Now that we have this half here with the bearing, we can remove the bearing one of two ways. I like to use the YoYoFactory bearing removal tool from YoYoFactory.com and just get that bearing right out. But if you already have your arrow and you don't have the tool, in a pinch you can always use this set of pliers here. I always look for ones with the little circular area. Fits right over the bearing, gets it right out. First, you'll just set it right here, give it a good pinch, a little wiggle. After you remove the bearing, you'll see that everything's ready to go. You can take your upgrade bearing, set it right in the bearing seat, should fit right in. Take the other half, get it on the axle, and make sure you line the threading up. That's very important when you're screwing your yo-yo back together. Now that I've shown you how to upgrade your arrow for unresponsive play, now you're going to have to learn how to do a bind. First, throw the yo-yo into a fast, straight spin. Place your pointer finger in front of the string. Wrap the string around the yo-yo. Pinch the loop and feed the loop down until you feel the yo-yo catch, and it'll suddenly climb up the string. And get ready to catch your yo-yo. Here's how to use the long spin lube. Add one small drop to the side of your wide high performance upgrade bearing. This will keep your bearing performing for a long time. If your spin time starts to decline, then it's time to remove your bearing and clean it. You're going to need some rubbing alcohol in a glass jar. First, you'll need to pour some rubbing alcohol into a glass jar. And you'll take your bearing here, just set it right in there. You'll need to swish it around, let it sit for about 5 minutes, and when it's all clean and done, take it out, let it dry, give it a few spins. Now make sure it's fully dry before replacing your bearing and adding 1 drop of thin or thick lube to make sure everything spins well. Here's how to change the pads. Find a thumbtack and use that thumbtack to poke the response pad and gently remove it. You'll also want to go ahead and remove any residue that's still in the response area. Once you've done that and it's nice and clean, take a new response pad and peel the paper off the back. You want to put it right there in the groove, flat and level. Once you've done this to both halves of your yo-yo, you can combine them and you're ready to yo.